You are being played. Now, there are some real issues here that are getting lost in the noise, but I'm going to send you that signal tonight. You're going to see what's worth fighting for. But this shutdown is straight up BS. It is a middle finger to middle America, okay? Now, how we got here is proof positive that the parties prefer problems to solutions, okay? Here it is, point for point. Now, the right thinks calling this the Schumer shutdown is bad because you're blaming them, right? Not to Democrats. It's bad to the MAGA base, right, because you're not doing what Trump wants. But the Dem socks, as I call them, the Democratic Socialists, and those to the left of the left are desperate for fighting back. And that's what this looks like to them. 7 out of 10 of Democratic voters say their party is impotent in standing up to Trump. They are desperate for anything resembling resilience. That's why Gavin Newsom is getting rewarded like he never has been before for doing less than he's ever done before with all his silly tweeting back at Trump. But they love it because they're desperate. This is a pure base play. And, you know, for MAGA, they can't get enough of saying no to Democrats. So this is a great play for those guys. It's great for everybody except for all of those who are outside the game. The irony is, all those who see this as knuckling up, you're the ones who are going to get the punch. A shutdown is the most blatant form of refusing to do your job. And they make you pay. Losing salary, services. This is how disgusting this is. Do you know who gets paid during all this? Congress. The unmitigated gall of refusing to do your job and taking a paycheck. Shutting down is weakness. Shutting down is not strength. Real strength is getting it done, not bragging about failing to do so. Now, as you will see, I believe the Democrats have the right problems to fight for, but they are doing it the wrong way, okay? What you are about to hear from the Democrats is not true.
The Republican partisan spending bill that they introduced is not clean.
Well, first of all, let's be clear. It's not a clean bill, it's a dirty bill. Well, that's all a lie. It's not a clean continuing resolution.
Listen, I like Hakeem Jeffries. I think he's got an amazing future. He's got better fights than this. This is a clean CR. What does that mean, by the way? Continuing resolution. Instead of passing a real budget like they should, this just says, hey, remember the last one? Let's just continue at those levels again, all right? Now, that may mean that certain people who should get less won't, certain people who need more won't, but a clean CR means that this is an extension from the last set of, in this case, Biden's spending levels, okay? That's what a clean CR is. This is a clean CR. Wait a minute, Cuomo disagrees with Jeffries. Jeffries must be right. Don't take my word. Take the word from the Nonpartisan Committee for a Responsible Federal Budget. They say this is about as clean a CR as you could get. Okay, again, it's a continuation of a March stopgap measure, all right? Essentially a continuation of spending levels from Biden, absent about $13 billion. But when you look at it as a function of the pie, it's literally a rounding error. I don't like that. It's a lot of money, but it's a rounding error. Again, don't take my word for it. How about taking this guy's word?
Allowing Donald Trump to take even much more power via a government shutdown is a far worse option. I believe it is my job to make the best choice for the country to minimize the harms to the American people. Therefore, I will vote to keep the government open and not shut it down.
And that CR he voted for is the same as this one. So what changed? AOC eyeing his Senate seat. Oh, and by the way, brava to Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, the other Democrats, for working with Republicans to pass a law, hopefully, to stop Congress from trading stocks. Did you see that today? Good for her, good for them. Now, to the meat of the matter with this shutdown. The shutdown now is about what happens next year when Obamacare subsidies disappear. The reason for this is plain, okay? The Republicans didn't deal with Obamacare subsidies. Why? To help with the tax cuts, you see? And they left the Defense Department, or I'm sorry, the Department of War alone. No cuts, they added to them. Why? To declare war on the poor. The Medicaid cuts were the major savings in the big, beautiful bill. That's what got their party to vote for the tax cuts. These cuts paid for those cuts. I know, tariff money, tariff revenue. Yeah, it's not turning out that way. You're going to pay for it with a loss of services if you need Medicaid, which saves the average taxpayer. These tax cuts save the average taxpayer about $3 grand. But the benefits are very skewed to the richest amongst us. The top 5% gets nearly half the benefits, okay? The ACA subsidies that they are ignoring hurt the bottom, hurt the needy, hurt those who don't have room to give. It could double the Obamacare premiums for 22 million Americans, and the CBO, the Congressional Budget Office, says 4 million may lose health insurance. And a lot of these people are from red states. A lot of these people are enrolled in the ACA. I know MAGA said they wanted to get rid of it. That was just harshness. They had no better plan. Thank God they didn't get rid of it. ACA enrollment has doubled since 2020, and the biggest increases come from Republican states. Many Republican states have a high percentage of their population on Medicaid. They are taking a bite out of their own. Why? Because they are playing to the richest. So this is the right fight for Democrats, right? But why now? This is their last chance at leverage. That's what they say. I say BS. Senator Thune, right, Republican Tennessee, wants to work on this because the subsidies are so crucial to his states and other red states like his. South Dakota has seen a South Dakota, not Tennessee. South Dakota has seen a 90% increase in ACA enrollment. Senator Thune, South Dakota. Again, this is going to hit MAGA hard. So why do it? Because they're playing to the top with the tax cuts. And the Democrats doing this and shutting it down, now Thune can't work for him. He can't work with them. He can't take a step towards them about this. It's all about which side you're on. So why did you do it? Because I'm telling you, these parties would rather appear to fight than fix, because that's what this binary BS game rewards. You see it in the BS from the new Speaker of the House as well. Listen to this.
Now, it's important to note what they're doing here. They're throwing a fit. They're making partisan arguments. Chuck Schumer has refused to give the extra time. Why? Because we won't agree to restore health care to illegal aliens.
Come on, push back. The Speaker of the House is talking out his beep. The Democrats can't fight for Medicaid for illegals. The Speaker knows there's a federal law. It forbids Medicaid money for going to illegal immigrants. Johnson is baiting MAGA. It's ugly and it's obvious. Be clear. This is about Democrats wanting money for lawfully present migrants who need emergency health services, refugees, DACA recipients, the dreamers, asylum seekers. Okay? That's what these subsidies, that's what the Medicaid, that's what it's about. Lawfully here. MAGA doesn't even want dreamers treated as humans. Now, do Democrats have room to give? Of course, especially ignoring part of what the Speaker is depending on to make a true-ish statement. How is it true-ish? Because there are certain states, like California, that will use funny money or creative accounting to essentially backdoor federal dollars to free up state dollars for the program of helping lawfully present migrants. Now, Democrats should stop that, okay? It's illegal for federal dollars to go to that population, so find another way to do it, but don't allow a dirty backdoor. Now, before you say dirty Dems trying to backdoor money to illegals, I hate that word, but that's what's used, I will point out the GOP did not totally remove the reimbursement program for states giving services to undocumented migrants. Why didn't they completely remove it? If you could argue that it's a violation of the law, and they're so against it. That's why I say the GOP and not simply MAGA. MAGA is the extreme right portion of the GOP, because there are people on the right who realize the human condition that we are dealing with here. They're way too damn quiet, but they exist. One more thing. We're talking real money. I know that. I know hard times is the reality for so many in this country, but don't get it twisted. The amount that they say they're fighting over is nothing like 1.5 trillion. This is 1% of Medicaid funding that they're fighting about. Now, I'm not saying it's not real money, but in terms of the pie, this is BS. This is about pushing division at the expense of people, salaries, and services. And that's why the right keeps pumping the numbers. Democrats want to cut $50 billion from Trump's bill to help rural hospitals. No, they're not. They're saying it's not enough. So they want to remove that spending measure and add to it. That's what this is about. Why would you lie like that? Why isn't the truth enough? You can argue for or against that as a priority, but why twist? Division, that's why, and that's BS. Same work with work requirements. Democrats want to give Medicaid, your money, federal tax dollars, to the lazy. This is a real BS stigma, that if you're poor, you must be lazy. The Congressional Budget Office says 5 million are going to lose their Medicaid because of this proposal. Now, they pitch this as waste, fraud, and abuse. It isn't. The program's own estimates show very few don't work when they can. Check it. It's their own numbers. You don't have to believe them, but you should see them. And they show their own estimates. Many more may lose benefits due to the paperwork process of showing that they do work as a result of this. It's a way to thin out Medicaid rolls to the tune of hundreds of millions of dollars a year. Those with the least are paying for tax cuts for those with the most. And I say that's BS. Again, right fight for the Democrats, wrong way. The Democrats should be making a deal on this instead of fomenting the fight and pretending this all happens now, so they had to act now. The rules don't kick in until 2027. They're doing it now because some of them believe this looks tough. I say it's posturing and bad policy. Posturing on one side, bad policy on the other. You pick a side and you pick a problem. When is someone going to get into the business of better? All right, let's talk about somebody who's got to deal with this shutdown now, okay? Scott Turner. He is the Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. Very, very important in our society. Does not get enough credit for that. Doesn't get talked enough about in terms of what it does. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.